Senator Gutierrez, what purpose?
Well, the gentleman yielded for just a few questions.
You've never had just a few questions, but we'll give it a ride. Senator Middleton.
I do yield. Thank you.
Promise, just a few. I guess define few, less than 6. Senator Middleton, thank you. How much does this study cost?
So the fiscal impact, the fiscal note says right now it can be accomplished with existing resources.
Okay, so there's no additional cost to the state of Texas.
It's compiling the data. This is something that hasn't occurred in many years. And of course, our existing agencies and political subdivisions have this available to them. It just creates a formalized process to create this study and have this report delivered to us in the legislature.
You said that there's no study that's ever been done before.
There was one, there has been one in the past by the comptroller, not the governor.
That's right. And that was done by Carol Keaton Strayhorn, correct?
I believe in 2006, yes.
Republicans, best I can tell, right?
Or independent.
Well, she was a Republican, right?
Yes, she was.
All right. Have you reviewed that study?
I've seen the cover letter for it, yes.
Are you aware that that study showed that there was a net benefit to having migrants in the state of Texas as opposed to what they cost us? They actually made more money and contributed more money into the economy through disposable income, through buying homes, buying cars, farming, providing all of the labor that they're performing that nobody wants to do. Are you aware that the net benefit to the state of Texas was close to $424 million? That was the net impact positive to the state of Texas.
This is in 2006, right, Senator?
Just saying if you're aware.
I'm aware of the study. I disagree with some of its findings.
And the gross state product, Carol Strayhorn suggested, was $17 billion contribution to the state of Texas, correct?
I believe that's what the report says.
And your report doesn't look to study any kind of benefit, does it?
Well, Senator, we're not in the habit in this chamber to spend taxpayer dollars to study the benefit of breaking our laws. Is that what you're suggesting here?
Well, I don't know. Why don't you ask the farmers and your constituents that utilize migrant labor, both legal and illegal?
Senator, this is a study, and it is not good policy on behalf of the state of Texas to spend taxpayer dollars to determine the positive aspects of breaking the laws that we passed in this body, federal laws as well.
You have any meatpacking plants in your community?
I believe there are in Brazoria County.
You ever go to a meatpacking plant during the C shift in the middle of the night?
No, I have not.
In this state or in the United States? Vast majority of C shift employees of our meatpacking plants and our chicken processing plants in the United States of America, the people that feed and process the food that we eat every day, are migrants. But they're hidden in the color of the night, in the darkness of the night. That's the hypocrisy of America, isn't it, Senator Middleton? You're not going to answer?
I don't think there was a question in that.
Well, I said, is that the hypocrisy of America?
I don't think there's any hypocrisy about enforcing our laws, Senator.
I'm just saying, are people that employ these people, are they breaking the law?
So is your question, should we enforce our immigration laws, or are our laws and Constitution just suggestions?
Are those employers breaking the law?
They may be. I don't know the cases you've given me here.
Okay. But yet you don't want to study the net positive of all of the food producers and all of the agricultural workers and all of the home builders and all of the guys putting the roofs on in the summer and all the women that are taking care of kids across this state. You don't want to talk about anything about the disposable income, the disposable revenue, their indirect income, by all that job creation. You don't want to talk about any of that in this report, correct?
This also gives us an ability to seek reimbursement, as we know with Operation Lone Star and our border security operations. That's been a big push. We accounted fully for that. Of course, that's outside of this study, but that's about $11 billion that we're hoping to get back from our federal government. And of course, our hope is if we can get that done, we would hope to refund that to taxpayers and put it in our state surplus as well. Obviously, that's part of a broader plan here. The bottom line is we just don't know the full cost, and I can give you an example here just on our public hospitals, right? So uncompensated care in Texas public hospitals, somewhere between $579 million and $717 million annually, and that's just one little segment.
That was a long answer to a very simple question that you didn't answer. Do you not want to study the positive benefits of migration and immigrants to this state by way of buying houses, buying cars, building houses, taking care of your kids, and so on and so on? It's a simple yes or no.
We do not want to spend taxpayer dollars to study the positive aspects of breaking the law.
All right. And you don't want to study their benefits to the people that actually are doing the work that most Texans do not want to do. Thank you, Mr. President.